I-wrong le message engiyikhulumayo because it's not for us all. And abantwana abancane or stupid people will misinterpret what I'm saying. But angifuni ukuba irresponsible, but I just wanted to say you cannot always ulalela abazali when they say to you, utshwala ngeke bukise indawo. Because utshwala bukangisa ey'ndaweni. But not for us all, only for a select few. Because my whole career has been in alcohol and it's taken me far, you know. But don't show this to your nieces and nephews because bazoba confused and think that I'm saying a career in alcohol is something to aspire to. I just happen to be in alcohol and mina ingifikise somewhere. And if this video reaches an untrained ear, I didn't start my career in alcohol. I started my career in advertising, and alcohol just happened to be one of the brands or products, should I say, that I was marketing, that I fell into and happened to flourish in. And one thing led to another, and I think there's something to be said about being really good in your profession as a marketeer, because if I had fell into toilet paper, for instance, I would have also been one of the best toilet paper marketeers, because for me, a product is a product is a product. And spirits and wines and champagnes just happened to fall into my lap while I was being brilliant as a marketeer. So I'm not by any means asking or telling anyone to come into the stream. I, to be honest, feel like it can be a very destructive stream for people who don't have a lot of strength of character, people who don't know themselves, where they can fall into their career, being their personality. Anyone who works in, which I found a lot in men that I worked with, that work in alcohol and then use it as social currency, because they are the big guy who can swipe for bottles in the club and things like that, and it can get them girls. And I don't think men in alcohol make for good marketeers, because they make it their lifestyle and their whole personality. Which I'm the brand manager of Hennessy and the big men in town. Whereas for women, we don't get the same social currency. And for us, it's just a job, which is why I'm saying, even if I was the brand manager for a tea brand, a toilet paper brand, or a baby's nappies brand, I would have been the best at it. And I would have been traveling the world and being at head office of Pampers, because I'm so good at my job, and my job has nothing to do with me as a human being. It's just something, because I do everything well, would have been just part and parcel of my story. But yeah, anyway, I also think from a health perspective, it's not a industry that I would recommend. As a woman who suffers from PCOS, alcohol consumption for me is not a good thing. It's been something that I grappled with from a health perspective, knowing that it's my career and I'm really good at it and I get tons of opportunities from it, because I am good at the mechanics of building strategy, of building route to market, of being commercially savvy about the channels that we can sell in and how, and having global exposure. And I'm good at my job, and I would have been also brilliant if I was in any other product. For me personally, I am 37 now. I'm almost 40, and it's not a job I would recommend to women, because of how fragile our health is and how carefully we need to manage our health. Um, at 37, I would have hoped that I am senior enough to not have to even have one drop of alcohol anymore. But unfortunately, that's not how life works. And I'm still having to be in the field. I'm really grateful to be a global marketing manager now. But there will be instances where I'm not just at my desk, writing strategy, building toolkits, for other countries to use. There will be small instances where I need to show up and say something about the brand, whether it's in the media, whether it's in like this weekend in France at a trade show, and I need to engage and have a sip here and there. But if it were my choice, I would hope to never touch alcohol again. And I know the powers and the beauty of alcohol as far as like connecting people, being a social lubricant, all of the wonderful aspects about alcohol, especially for people who don't abuse alcohol. And the production of alcohol is so intricate and scientific and so wonderful to observe. So I'm not here saying that alcohol is bad. Um, and I'm not saying that I hate the industry that I'm in. I'm grateful for the industry. It's given me a lot of opportunities, a lot of exposure. Um, and I will always support people that work in this industry because they work so hard. Working in alcohol is very similar to working in retail. You're on your feet for hours on end to give people joy, whether you're a bartender, whether you're selling in a shop, whether so many things. So, yeah, I am in a new role and I'm taking all of the goodness out of it. And it's tiring and can be sometimes grueling, but it's also fun, which I appreciate because it's not the same experience I would have gotten if I was an accountant or an archaeologist. So, Sebo.